Well, the company was set up in 2011 by a group of landlords who basically were just getting fed up with overpaying for agent fees, overpaying for call-outs, repairs, maintenance costs, and never really knowing what they were paying for. Their idea was that this company would just concentrate on managing properties only. That would be their sole focus. And then they would create a panel of agents that would go and find the tenants. Because I think what a lot of people don't understand is they're two completely different skill sets. Finding a tenant is a different skill to managing a tenant. That's the real difference here. Our focus and our specialist skill is managing properties. That's what we do best. I think we do it better than anybody else because of the formula that we use. And our landlords are really benefiting from having a company that is just looking at managing the property. We don't make any money from lettings or sales, so that's not where our interest is. We can advise and we appoint letting agents to let the property, but I think they've got that reassurance that we are only interested in managing their investment in the best way possible. So when I tell landlords that we don't stick any markups on any third-party supplier invoices, some are still a little bit suspicious. They think maybe it's just a line that we're feeding. But when I explain exactly how that works, so if we send a plumber out to fix a boiler, when they send us the invoice, that's the invoice that the landlord sees. Doesn't come on our letter heading. There's no 10% surcharges that a lot of agents add on. They're only paying for the service of that supplier. We will categorically say to anybody that we can give any guarantees, any promises you like, that we do not take any kickbacks or any secret commissions from any third-party supplier. This was the original ethos that we started with, and it's something that we would never deviate from. I think there are three types of landlords that our model is perfect for. The first is an investor landlord that's picked up a few properties over the years, but has a full-time job, so doesn't have the time to be speaking to agents and tenants. The second is, again, an investor landlord that has built up a considerable portfolio, and therefore there could be dozens of agents that they need to talk to across the properties. They just want to deal with one company that can deal with the agents and manage the tenants. And we also deal with a lot of funds that have acquired portfolios in the UK, and for them, it's an obvious choice. They want a one-stop shop that can deal with the whole process and manage all the properties. Even for self-managers, I still think we're the right choice, because letting and managing properties nowadays is a minefield. The regulation is changing all the time. Serving notices is being updated, the forms you have to send out. If you get that wrong, you may not find out till 3 or 4 months down the line. It could set you back a long time. Managing agents is a very difficult process. They need to be constantly motivated. You want to be sure that they're presenting your property in the best way. You could have 3 or 4 agents on one property. If this isn't your full-time job, it's very difficult to keep track of those agents. And also, this is a responsive business. No matter how organised you try to be or how proactive you try to be, things happen which are unavoidable and you have no control over. And it's how you respond to that issue which really could dictate the rest of the relationship with the tenant. A lot of people say to us, if you're acting for the landlords, why are you called the Happy Tenant Company? Shouldn't you be the Happy Landlord Company? We firmly believe that if your tenants are happy, the landlords will be happy. And I think in this day and age of letting properties, which is now becoming very standard across London and the UK, tenants are very wise to what their rights are, and this is the home that they're living in. We firmly believe that if you look after the tenants, they'll look after the property. If they're looking after the property, there's a landlord, you should be happy knowing you've got responsible tenants, responsible property managers. This is your investment. This should be the most important thing for you.